Hello everybody, this is GrooveSim, and I'm back with some more Mankind Divided. And once again, I'm hoping you can hear me. It's just every freaking... See now it's jumping up in the red. I don't get this thing at all. But, whatever the case, I'm speaking to you as I've just edited the video, and we're going to be going into Prologue action for Mankind Divided. This sort of serves as a tutorial slash training mission, but it's also pretty darn cool. We're looking at the control scheme again. Remember, we left off, well, with the human revolution recap, but before that I was talking about the control schemes, and I ended up going with the standard. I can tell you that. That's a spoiler. Yes. I just decide, you know what? It's the best. It's the best. The only thing I was a bit iffy on is the fact that the takedowns are on R3. Takedowns are the equivalent of, you know, melee, I suppose. Although it's, you know, it's an animation. It's not, you know, you're not controlling the character. So I guess that'll work as long as I don't accidentally click the R3 like I've done in the past. You know, so it should work out. So we're going to launch a new game. You see, like I said previously, I already launched into this before, so we're going to do this now. And we're skipping the recap because we already did that. This is on normal. I'll see you on the flip side.
I once thought I could save the world. Now look at it.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Sometimes you just have to let go and embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are you?
Well, if I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it coming.
Agent Jensen! Am I gonna have a problem with you?
No, sir. No reason to assume you would.
Good, because you are the only augmented operative on this team, and I intend to make good use of you. Listen up, all of you. We got a sandstorm barreling down our arse and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the Special Forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's come out of hiding? That cannot be good.
It's not. He's selling weapons and military-grade augments to terrorists. This is Iran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hole. Best you see Interpol's got. But 3 years he's worked hard to get in tight with the Jinn, an Iraqi smuggling cartel that's infected the Eastern Hemisphere like a plague. Last week, our arms dealer sent a message to the Jinn, offering to sell them a shitload of black market merchandise dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle the buy.
They're not gonna like it when Interpol disrupts their party. Is Singh's cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned ever since the incident. It's not a pretty picture inside.
Let me guess. Most of the laborers were augmented with heavy-duty industrial rigs. So when the incident hit, and they all went schizo, things got gruesome real fast.
And no one, except for some homeless junkies, have been inside the place ever since.
So what's the plan, Director?
Sing's meeting Shepard on the ground floor, inside the hotel's main atrium. He sent the bulk of his gin crew to the penthouse levels to secure a vantage point. I want McCready's team to take up positions overlooking the atrium and make the arrest. Jensen, you're going in solo from the roof.
My objectives?
Keep the gin from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level, a halfway decent elevator shaft. Here. I want you to block access to it.
Fine. Just cut me loose.
Do you plan on relying solely on your augments for this one? I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
Gotta go non-lethal.
We've got a UC in there. Might be easier to maintain his cover if he's not the only one still breathing when this is done.
Smart thinking.
Yeah, but if anything does happen to him, you'll be telling his wife. After you get out of the hospital, of course.
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
Doesn't really matter at
Never
this
was one to
point.
play the odds. Give me something I can use up close.
You got it.
So I
One
went with the
last thing,
stun.
Jensen. Singh said that Jin are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device to boost communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
We'll keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute, so we're scrambling a little. If it comes to it, your number one priority is keeping the Jinn out of that atrium.
Copy that.
Time to put away your heavy thoughts, gentlemen. We're approaching the target building.
You're up first, Jensen. Let's do this.
Task Force Actual. This is Knife Leader. Engage Hush drives and descend to Angels 1-5.
This is freaking sweet. This is cool. Adam doesn't need no stinking parachute. He just fucking drops, man. I love that. And here we are, officially in the prologue now. Or, well, we've been in the prologue.
Solid copy. Move into the building. The access route you need to block is at the far end of the penthouses. And keep in mind, the direct route might not be the easiest one.
Roger that.
McCready will advise once his team is on the ground. Miller out.
So yeah, man, what an entrance. What an entrance. Adam Jensen, he's one of the coolest characters in video games of all time. I can't think of the guy's name who voices him, and I'm going to look it up. I should know that by heart. But he's got a great voice for Adam. And I think I saw something about, the fact that he won't be in the next one or whatever, which would be a shame, but I understand, series is kind of take new directions or whatever, and I hope that Eidos Montreal continues to deliver like the full game, like this one in Human Revolution does it convert it into an episodic series like Hitman. Not a big fan of that. Hitman I like. Hitman Absolution is one of my favorite games. I have that. I've played through that so many times. I was not keen on the whole episodic approach.
Jensen, we're moving through. Oh, fuck!
What's wrong?
The Jinn have got a few Jennies up and running. Gonna have to hack keypads.
You should enjoy it, McCready. They have colors and shapes. Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
Oh man. Those two are buds, you can tell. They have a lot of affection for each other. It's hilarious. Red means red means bad. So, yeah, I mean, once I kind of fumbled around for a little bit in the practice, little practice playthrough I did. It wasn't a playthrough. It was just just getting again reacclimated and refreshing my Deus Ex muscle memory and all that. Now some of that isn't going to apply in this one. I understand that there will be new things to learn. But yeah, man, this is such a cool game and already just so impressive with the visuals. And this coming up, once we step outside, I'm going to see if I've left anything out. I think I missed a vent here. I'm not sure. I think I did. But this is a game I'll be playing again, so whatever I miss this time, I'll catch next time. But watch this, man. We step out here, and there's a sandstorm off in the distance, rapidly approaching. I'm moving crates because I already know I have to go through here. Look at this. This is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Dubai is kind of, we've seen this before with Spec Ops and I think there were one or two other games that kind of used Dubai as a backdrop and sandstorms were part of it. It's just amazing, man. The detail in this game just blowing my mind. It really is. I'm not a big graphics. The slang term is graphics whore, but I don't like using that term. I'm not just really big on the it's got to be 4K or all that crap, Freaking 4K's up, I just got 1080 not too long ago. I'm behind the times, man, I admit, but this looks great, man. It runs fantastic. It looks great. Right now, just very early on, just kind of doing a little exploring, and I don't want to miss anything, so I jump back up here, take a peek, take a gander. Even if it's just credit chips, I could use those. Yeah, I ran through this part the first time when I was filling out the controls and stuff, and so I already have an idea of what to do, but I'm just looking around anyway because I'm still thinking I've missed something, you know, and I don't want to miss anything. But I do. I end up missing a couple of things by the time this is over with, but, you know. This might not be 100% in terms of collecting and all that. It might not be the perfect stealth walkthrough or playthrough, but I mean, I try, you know, to. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I wouldn't like to get 100%. But this is essentially a blind walkthrough for me. Once I get through this, and it's come out real soon. As soon as I get to the door, this is where I cut out before, and decided to switch the control scheme and start fresh. Yeah, and this hacking's a big part of Deus Ex, and I recognize this. Although it looks snazzier, you know, mankind divided. Fortify. And take it on down to the registry. Man, some of those could be really challenging, and I'm sure they will be as we progress. Now, this is the only time I'll show you this. I'm doing this for the benefit of those who haven't played the game before and might be curious about this. This is a cool addition. It's a cool feature for people new to the game or want a refresher or whatever on the mechanics, you know, the cover mechanics and all that. Yeah, this is really really cool. This is the only time I use it, and thought I'd share it with her, you know, with anybody watching. So, and boom, that ends it. Then we get back to the real world stuff. So I'm surveying the scene. I see that guy walking away, and you know, like, you know what? I'm not gonna mess with these guys. I got to tell you something about me in games like this. My lean is stealth. That's what I tend to you know, gravitate towards. That's the word I was trying to search. Man, I don't mind getting in gunfights if it comes down to it, but the challenge for me is to see if I can get through without being seen, heard, and just get through. And if that means going through and just not even touching most of the enemies, that's what I do. You can still do that and explore at the same time, you know. It makes it a little more challenging, you know. Sometimes it's easier to, you don't. Sometimes I'll come across a situation I have no choice. I gotta take it down, and you know, they're in the way, or you know, they're messing with my groove. You know what I'm saying? They're just messing with my vibe, man. And I gotta get them out of the way so I can just explore freely. I'll do that, but I prefer non-lethal over lethal. I'll hide bodies. I'll do all that. I loot anything and everything I can. And as you'll see in the next video, I think, I like turning switches, and I like flushing toilets and things like that. So, I mean, if it's there and I can interact with it, I'm going to do it. Yeah, this part I'm not sure what's if there are. I see there are no enemies in there, but I'm still like a little iffy on what I should be doing at this point. Where I should be going, and then I spot the ladder. You see me taking cover. I mean, there are no enemies in here. I already confirmed that. And there's a body, so I'm gonna go loot it. Credit chips. I need those. Yeah, man, this is such a cool game. I prefer this kind of game over. Well, just for an example, I played the For Honor closed and open betas recently, and I prefer this over that. You know, any day of the week. I mean, this is Splinter Cell, Dishonored, Metal Gear. Others I can't think of off the top of my head. I mean, there are several. You know, if it's got like this kind of stealth and choices like you find in Deus Ex, then man, you know, sign me up. As long as the story's good, you know. But Eidos Montreal, they're bringing it with the Deus Ex series. They're definitely at the top of their game, and I applaud them, really. I mean, what I've seen so far is just gorgeous. It's amazing. You might hear me say that a few times.
Jensen, Mac, listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big, and it's gonna hit us hard.
God, I hate the fucking desert. Confirm visual?
I can. Time is not on our side.
Copy that.
Solid copy.
So y'all noticed my fail with the stun gun, right? I mean, it was kind of hard to miss. But I wasn't sure of the range, so I wanted to see if that would work. But I decided to leave them alone anyway. I know there's this hole. Well, there's going to be a hole in a second here. But I also know they probably heard that. I got to get through the hole I just created in see this shaft here, and judging by what I'm seeing on the screen, it's time to jump. Yeah, I don't want to do those tutorials. If we come across something that's new in this one that I am not familiar with from like Human Revolution, maybe I'll do the tutorial for that, but there's really no need. I'm all elite like that, you know. I'm just kidding. I don't need no stinking tutorials.
ليه ما خدناش الإشارة لحد دلوقتي؟
Takedown time. Watch how close I come to screwing this up, though. He almost spots me. You know, I see he started to go in the red there. Sorry about coughing in the mic there. And now I'm looking for this other guy. I don't realize at this point that he just moved on to his next pre-scripted location. And I'm a little nervous about, you know, him coming back. And why don't I see him when I'm using smart vision or whatever the hell that's called. More credit chips. So right off the bat, I spotted the vent up there. But yeah, it's like the devs are saying, hey, you might want to use this vent. There's a vent screen. It tumbles to the ground. Falls to the ground. Tumbles? Oh.
Good. There is too much riding on this deal. Last thing we need is the comms breaking down.
فهمت. يلا نبتدي نتحرك.
McCready, how you making out?
Slower than expected. It's like someone's tilled a fucking cemetery down here.
Say again?
When the shit hit the fan in 27, the rush must have been for the stairs. There's corpses everywhere. A lot of your cousins are here too, Jensen. Want me to grab you any spare parts?
No parts. But I take mine with cream and 2 sugars while you're asking.
There's nothing here, just that.
I wonder if McCready's going to be like Pritchard was with Adam. You know, that, you know, they're always giving each other shit, that kind of a thing, but, you know, Pritchard, it turns out, was, well, relatively speaking, a good guy. you know, he wasn't an enemy. He was an ally, let's say. You know, and I wonder if that's going to be the case with McCready, because, you know, if that's the case, that's going to be fun. I love the interaction between those two. And I also wonder if he's going to see Megan, you know, again in this one. See, I got to tell you, I didn't watch a lot of the playthroughs for this because I didn't want it to be spoiled for me. I wanted to experience.
Jensen, what's your 20?
Working my way through the...
Oh, that was a terrible cut. I'm sorry about that, but it picks right up in the next episode, which is already up, so check it out. Stay groovy.